wicked evildoers. You know, in this whole area, you hear gunshots all the time, people shooting all the time. When I used to hear those gunshots, and Cook John was with, if he was with me, he'd be like, look at that, the sound of freedom. And I really didn't get that until, of course, I carried and stuff like that, and really entered it, into the gun community, etc. But now when I listen, when I'm out there and I can hear the sound of, people doing target shooting and gunshot, it really, I understand what he's talking about. The sound of freedom. Because nowhere in the world can you do that. We have our brothers and sisters actually in Australia now who are shooting, learning how to shoot and doing target shooting, pistol shooting. And of course, Trevor was saying that it's a very, because Australians have been completely disarmed by the British Royal Crown, the satanic bloodline, of course. But they've been completely disarmed, even though Australian people are very tough and pioneering and had to pioneer that very arid, inhabitable land. Anyways, the point is, even in Australia, even in some of our brothers and sisters who've never done that stuff before are joining, shooting clubs, etc., and now for the first time doing that. But you really don't get it until you're in the community of the protector class, of the warrior class. You don't understand why a gunshot or gunshots, people doing target practicing, is the sound of freedom. And all these predators who are around there hearing these gunshots in these mountains, it puts fear in their heart. That's also a flip side to it. The predators who want to prey upon people, they realize, oh crap, man, I better not go burglar in those houses. I better not go mess with those. They got guns up there, you know what I mean? And it puts fear in the hearts of evil. So they know that they better not be stupid with messing around and trying to destroy other people's lives, because they're going to get destroyed. That the people in this area have the power and the means. Like you just cross this border and you go to New York, you're never going to hear that. You can't hear that because now it's a freaking Castro's Cuba out there with Cuomo and these idiots, Schumer and these bums, But here in Pennsylvania, just 5 feet away, you cross the border, it's a different land, which is the reason why the crime rate is so low.
Yes,
we have the crime rate of less than Switzerland. Okay, because everybody knows everybody's armed here.
Much lower than across the river in New York, yes.
Just across the river, literally
That's
across
right.
the river.
That's right.
Okay, it's a different landscape because you don't have that constant reminder to criminals that, hey, we got a lot of means to defend ourselves. So you better not try to come and mess up with our lives. You better leave us be. You know what I'm saying? And this is so important, such an important aspect of sovereignty. Anyways, I wish I could even show the presentation now. They're still working on it, but it was just a very rough draft. But that whole vision of the potential peace militia or kingdom village, sanctuary village, whatever you want to call it, was very, very exciting. And even Cook John was like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. He was like, that's very interesting. And that it would have a lot of synergy with, of course, what the Second Amendment community and the gun community, etc. And to really celebrate our veterans, our law enforcement, our people who are unlocking their epigenetics, etc., etc., etc. And of course, we could do all sorts of competitions there. Combat martial arts competitions, all those kind of things could all be there. So it is super, super fantastic. But again, the more we are proud of our culture, proud of our civilization, proud of our training, proud of our political views, etc., the more we connect with able-type people, who then it's so much easier to share the Constitution when they understand what's going on. They understand because they're already in that spirit of sovereignty under Jesus Christ. They're not the fake Christians who are under slavery, under their hierarchies, but they're real sovereign Christians who understand the value and the gift of God's sovereignty and where our rights truly come from. Let's take a short break and we'll be right back.